For the longest time, talking to an AI meant one thing: typing into a little text box. Well, that's all about to change. Today, we're going to dive into a massive shift in artificial intelligence, a move into a world where agents can actually see, hear, and interact with us in real time, just like a person. So, this quote from the Google Cloud blog, it's way more than just a catchy line. It's basically a mission statement for the entire developer community. It's signaling the end of that old type and wait era of AI and the beginning of something way more dynamic. And this right here, it just lays it all out perfectly. Over on the left, you've got the past, the clunky, turn-based chatbot. You type something in, you get something out. But on the right, that's where things get exciting. We're talking about an AI that is always on, always aware, processing what it sees and hears in real time to have a truly natural conversation. So, you might be wondering, what's kicking all of this into high gear? Well, it turns out Google is lighting the fuse with this massive developer competition they're calling the Gemini Agent Challenge. And, to get the best people building, they're not just offering bragging rights. Nope, they are throwing down some serious cash. $80,000 in total to reward the most innovative and groundbreaking new agents. Now, the mission for this challenge is super clear. They want developers to build agents that can take in all sorts of inputs, what they see, what they hear, and then use Google's Gemini models and cloud infrastructure to do way more than just spit out text. And it's not just a free-for-all. To really focus the creativity, the challenge is broken down into 3 really cool categories. Let's dive into the first one. Okay, first up, live agents. This is all about creating those supernatural human-like conversations. Just imagine a tutor that can actually see your homework through your camera and walk you through it. Or maybe a support agent you can interrupt and talk to like a real person. It's all about making AI feel, less like AI. Next, we have the creative storyteller. This is where the AI becomes your personal creative director. It's designed to pull together text, images, audio, you name it, to generate this rich, complete story or piece of content all at once. Think about interactive storybooks or even something that whips up marketing materials for you. And last but definitely not least, the UI navigator. This one is pretty mind-blowing. It's an agent that basically becomes your hands on the screen, and here's the kicker. It does this just by looking at the screen, understanding the layout. That means it doesn't need a special API for every single app you use. That's a game changer. Okay, so all of this sounds amazing, right? But it also sounds really, really hard to build, which leads to the big question. What tools are out there to help developers build all this cool stuff without going crazy? I mean, this has to be the question on every developer's mind right now. It's one thing to dream up these amazing agents, but how do you actually build, test, and manage something so complex without getting totally bogged down? Well, the answer is all on the tools, and this chart really shows the difference. On the one hand, you have the old way, a total mess of different terminals and manual steps. And then you have the new way, thanks to Google's Agent Development Kit, or ADK. They've released this awesome open source tool called ADK Studio, and its whole job is to bring all that chaos into one clean visual workspace. Seriously, ADK Studio is a massive leap forward for developers. It just simplifies the whole process. You'll write your code, the studio finds it automatically. You can chat with your agent right there to test it out in real time. And probably the coolest part, you can build these really complex workflows just by dragging and dropping blocks around. Plus, it's built to be tough. It automatically handles crashes and retries, so what you build is way more reliable. So with tools this powerful, developers can stop worrying so much about the nitty-gritty and focus on what really matters, coming up with something amazing. And trust me, the rewards are pretty significant. Yeah, check out this prize structure. It's designed to reward a whole bunch of great ideas. We're talking $5,000 for subcategory winners, $10,000 for each of the 3 main category winners, and then the grand prize, a whopping $25,000 plus a trip to Las Vegas to show off your project on the big stage at Google Cloud Next 26. Not bad, right? So, for all you builders out there who are getting ideas, you'll want to circle this date on your calendar. The deadline is March 16th, 2026. That's your chance to get in on this and help shape what's next for AI. So let's wrap this up. Here's what it all comes down to. The simple text box, that was the last era of AI. It had its time. But this next era, it's a completely wide open playing field. The tools are here, the challenge has been laid down. So now the only real question left is the one for you. What are you going to build to define what comes next?